Iraq increases reserves at IMF by 50%. Quotes, a meeting of the Iraqi cabinet this evening approved an increase in Iraq's quota at the International Monetary Fund, IMF, by 831.9 million special drawing rights, SDR, equivalent to 1.45 trillion Iraqi dinars, $1.1 billion, based on the exchange rate as of October 8, 2024. SDRs represent a weighted basket of major international currencies, and can be held as part of a country's foreign exchange reserves. Adding SDRs to a country's international reserves makes it more resilient financially. Iraq could not be granted SDRs unless it was member of the IMF. Did they move to Article 8 already? That is the question we seek. I believe they have with this sizable SDR. I'm expecting an announcement this year, not next year. They're preparing because they're going to have much of the 3-0 currency they weren't able to get off the street back coming into the banks. But what are they going to need for those folks that held that money? The project to delete the zeros is going to bring value. It's going to bring purchasing power. Planning. The percentage of completion of operations related to the population census exceeded 90%. Quote, the work will be completed before the end of this month, with the exception of the 3 governorates of the Kurdistan region, Erbil, Sulaimania, Dohuk, in which work was delayed for technical reasons, noting that the completion rate has reached more than 90%. Here's why joining the World Trade Organization is so important. The WTO can open the door to new business opportunities, attract more investments, and create jobs. It's a major step towards boosting Iraq's economy and connecting with the world. Iraq's trade minister just announced Iraq is back at the negotiating table working towards becoming a member of the WTO. I'll keep you updated on Iraq's WTO progress. TV says the recommendations for Ernst & Young about banking reforms will be approved by the Council of Ministers to proceed with the banking reforms. Frank, Ernst & Young are playing a very important part in the monetary reform process with the CBI and United States Treasury. Their involvement is very deep. To see this report from them once again tells me we are running out of time. It's all happening this week. One of the world's most noted whales has just been called in to fly to a certain destination. This is about to kick off. It looks like groups are getting ready now. I'm so emotional now that I wish I could tell you more, but it's looking really good for this week. My sources say everything is going this week. I have absolute faith we will go this week. You have al-Sudani calling on the House of Representatives to vote in their president. The optics of them having 3 presidencies available all at the same time when/if they revalue their currency is a pretty big deal. The optics would really look good globally. You got a strong foundation, security and stability at the borders. Knocking on the door of the WTO, the tier contract they signed days ago, international agreements. Everything is gearing up for what? Iraq, going international. Mr. Sami wants you to know the opening of these cash deposit centers that Sudani is bringing in with the CBI are a start of collecting and a start of the deletion of the zero notes. It gives us an avenue to trade in the notes instead of clogging up our regular banks. Frank, these currency centers have been licensed by the CBI, Sudani and the US Treasury in the last few weeks. Things are moving very fast for you citizens to receive your monetary reform. Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani confirmed that the investment opportunities available in Iraq exceeded $100 billion in value, pointing to the expansion of economic cooperation between Iraq and Egypt. This came during a meeting held today, Monday, with the chairman of the Egyptian El Saudi Group of Companies Ahmed El Saudi, and a group of Egyptian company managers, in the presence of a number of his advisors, according to a statement issued by his office and received by Shafaq news agency. During the meeting, al-Sudani explained that these investment opportunities were received from Arab and foreign companies, which reflects the potential for economic growth in various fields. They also discussed ways of cooperation in various sectors, including industry, energy and infrastructure, in addition to developing petroleum resources. It was agreed to study the establishment of industrial cities in Baghdad, as Al-Suwaidi Group presented a map of projects that will be studied by the advisory board and relevant authorities. The head of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Atwan al-Atwani, confirmed today, Monday, during his meeting at the Finance Committee headquarters with a delegation from the Adam Smith International Foundation, that the committee is currently working on legislating a package of important laws that will develop our financial and banking system. While he pointed out that the oil dispute with the Kurdistan region constitutes one of the most prominent problems facing the preparation of next year's budget.